Hello everyone, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a voiceover. I am building a new crest. It's a base game home with hints of the For Rent pack. I am a bit disappointed, but I do love some of the items that they have. So it's a little from column A and a little from column B, but what we have here is a large home that I am building as a residential lot. Once I am done, because of the lag, I will switch it to a residential rental and divvy up the bedrooms. So there will be 3 units in this home and they will all be for rent. So essentially your sim could go in, buy the home, rent out 2 bedrooms, or they could buy the home and rent out everything. So the bedrooms will be units and the rest of the home will be shared space. Back to the for rent pack, I really struggle with building using the items from the pack because there is not enough to furnish a home. I feel like some of the items are a bit deja vu, like the pastel walls, super cute, really cute. We already have pastel walls in The Sims. We actually have multiple different styles, different shades. We have it all already. On a side note, you will see that I'm using a platform instead of a foundation for this home, and that's because I have a little piece that's sticking out. It's actually going to be a garage, and I don't want that on a foundation. I will say, when you do that, when you use a platform, your door, if it is a tall door, it will adjust itself to the height of the platform. So sometimes you might see it on the bottom of the top of the next floor up. It's still usable, it's just you will see it above. I also have really mixed feelings about some of the items. There's no single door, there's no single bed, there's no love seat. There's a lot of lag when you are building a residential for rental. So I took a few days before actually building with the pack and I played a bit with it to be able to build something that makes more sense. I realized that when I moved my new sim into a lot and I bought a residential rental, of course I would have to build it. That was the goal. I wanted to see what it would look like for me to take my sim, buy a fresh lot, and build a residential rental. And my oh my, the lag was unreal. I could not believe how slow it was. And yet, gameplay, flawless. So I'm not exactly sure what happens there. I don't know if it's because the game is trying to register multiple lots on one lot or what exactly is happening. So that's why I build residential and then later flip to rental, because there's just no need of that. And today I'm building with red, and I don't hate red, but I don't love the red. I'm going to try and put some of these new windows on this build. I also don't love the windows. I shouldn't say that. No, I don't love the windows. I definitely don't love the windows, but I'm using them because I think there's something that we were given and I should use it. Something else that I noticed, the windows don't sit properly next to one another. They don't size well. So for example, on the front and back, I have two of the same windows with a college window in the middle for the bathroom area or wherever it is in the home. And if I bring the window down to be on the same bottom level as the other two, it is way too short. And if I bring it up, it's way too tall. So it's a little frustrating. I try and play with them later. But all in all, I just kind of leave it, figure it out later. I don't think I am going to use the items in build mode very often. The only thing that I will say I absolutely love is this new tile floor. They're so colorful. The patterns are absolutely beautiful. They brighten up a space and you're probably going to see them more than once. I also kind of enjoy the split colored walls that I'm about to use in the kitchen. I also find it adds a little bit of character just because I struggle putting paint and tiles in the kitchen because I find none of them really match well. So I do like the way that looks there, but mostly the house is base game. And that's okay. We're all okay with base game builds. Unlike my other builds, the garage this time, I'm probably going to use it as something else. The way that rentals work, it's divided into 4 things, as I'm sure you've already seen or you've already experienced. The size, the amenities. So the amenities are like kitchen, bath, bed, and then there are skill items that kind of play a role in there. Now, I have not built or rented out a home where a lot of the space is shared. So I don't know if what's in the shared space counts as a part of the rental agreement. So you're going to see in every room, I always try to throw in a guitar or an easel, a bookshelf, something. Because if not, your ratings are going to stay average, especially when you're renting out of rooms, which means it's a small space, it's got basic amenities, and the odds of you ever needing to do maintenance in a room like that are low. So your maintenance is always going to seem low to satisfactory. So I always try to add something in the rooms when I know I'm building to rent it out, because otherwise you're limited for raising your income. So here, of course, I'm using a base game single bed because we didn't get one for rent, which was a little silly, I found. But I am trying to use other for rent items. Like I do love the curtains. I love the curtains. They're so cute. So here is 1 bedroom in the green room. That will be a unit. In the burgundy deep purple room, that will be another unit, but they are all going to share this home. So every time I always try to put that bookshelf in there. I always try to find a way to make it more practical in a small space for your rental profits. Now here there's 2 bathrooms side by side. So the one to the right is the shared bathroom, and this one to the left actually belongs to this 3rd unit. So when I'm going to put in the details, I'm going to put 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. I'm not quite sure if that actually adjusts to the ratings or not. I have not yet figured that out, but maybe you guys can figure it out and actually let me know, because that would be useful. I don't really get to play that often. When the pack came out, that was kind of the most I've played in a while. I was trying to make sure that I'm building for you all. So you'll often see I'm using the same wall pattern, but in different colors, or the same flooring throughout the house. That is because the game itself is going to lag the more items, the more clutter, the different wall types, the different paintings, all of the above. And so the more I clutter, the more it's going to lag in general. And so you're going to notice sometimes I will use the exact same plant in the exact same coloring, and that is strictly for playing purposes, because I want you guys to be able to go in, download this home, tell me if you like it, if it's practical, and kind of just enjoy it and not have to worry about the lag in your game. So sometimes I build willy-nilly and I put all the clutter and whatever colorings I want on the wall, but most times I don't. I have been considering doing voiceovers a bit more often, just getting into the swing of things, figuring out if I like it, figuring out if you guys enjoy it. So if you do enjoy it, or if you don't enjoy it, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to adjust accordingly. I know some people prefer absolutely not. Some people prefer they get to know the person behind the build. And so I do really want to hear your feedback. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm also going to take a minute and just introduce myself. So my name is Sam. I have been playing The Sims since The Sims 1 came out, I think. Because I know I played The Sims 1, poorly mind you, but I did play The Sims 1. And I have been following along The Sims journey for a very long time. And I do enjoy building in it, but I'm still learning. Everyone is constantly learning. I stay with my grandma at home. She has dementia, and so when I started staying at home with her, I came across all of these wonderful YouTubers in the Sims community that I had no idea even really existed. And I thought, you know what, maybe that is something I can do while I'm here and kind of keep my mind occupied when I can. So that's where all of this kind of came from, and I thought you all deserve to know kind of a bit of my backstory. And so that's me. In this little nook, this is my willy-nilly. This is where I'm throwing all my clutter, right here. Make use of that little space. So this living room is pretty pale, and I'm okay with that. But if you're not okay with that, you could probably go back and switch it to the dark flowering. I'm sure that would work out really well too. You might have to just change the curtains. Also, what I've just done with the doors here is actually quite simple. I just use the Alt option to drag the door a bit closer to that archway, and then I just delete the wall. I do have a mod in my game that keeps all of the options for debug and move objects on just constantly available to me, but you can go and in-game click Shift Control C, where you're going to enter bb.moveObjects, hit your spacebar, and then click on, and that is going to allow you to place your items and kind of drag them like I am there. I do want to know if you guys enjoyed the new pack, if you didn't enjoy it, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. I'm genuinely curious because I feel as though everyone is kind of disappointed, but maybe some people are not, and that's great too. Do you like the new tiled floor? Do you like the new items? Do you like the windows? So here's the kitchen and my favorite tiles. Oh, I love them. They make me so happy. But again, as I mentioned, we don't have enough to actually furnish this home, so I'm using base game appliances, and I'm using this new swatch for the countertops, and I really love it. It looks very sharp, and I'm realizing I didn't give myself enough space for all of the mini appliances I wanted, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, I really love that countertop. I do also want to know, have you guys used the slow cooker yet? Or the rice cooker? Is it slow cooker? Rice cooker? Pressure cooker? Has it caught fire on anybody? I have not used it yet, and so I'm curious. So the garage, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I've decided to use it more as a recreational space and kind of give it a dingy little look. And we're going to have some skill items in there for those who are living in it, because you never know. And here in the dining room, I am again using the same paint that I used in the kitchen, but a different color. And I really love that blue that's in there. It gives it that extra oomph that the room needs, and I'm using those windows. I do love how they sit just there side by side. And again, I'm using the curtains because I love them so much. I'm going to use them a lot, probably. I apologize. I always forget about that little tin can with the branches in it. I actually really like it. Adds a little bit of texture to the room. So lately I've been super obsessed layering grass. Do not ask me why. Do not ask me where it came from. I have no idea. It just hit me. I did it. And there it is. So outside again, I'm just going to make it more of a shared space. With a sitting area, a little barbecue. Maybe I'll add a skill item out there too. Now that I'm seeing myself place that rug, I love the rug. I do love it. I don't know why. I don't really know why it's available as 4 separate rugs, 3 or 4 separate rugs. At the end of the day, we can very easily change the size of the rugs. All you have to do is click, oh goodness, I don't know the name of the key, but the little square parentheses on your keyboard, and it will change the size of your objects. And so I'm not quite sure why it's available in 3 separate sizes. I gotta have my shrubs. Adds a little fluff and character to the home. I mean, I don't have any at my home because that's a lot of work, but my homes in The Sims, they have to have the shrubs. See, there's something about these windows that doesn't look right to me, but I leave them because there's a commitment I made to myself and to you guys to use the for rent items. There's my little for rent sign. I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing. I forgot a garbage. And just gonna rock this out. Place my cars. And here I am, layering that grass like it's a piece of art. It's actually quite silly, but I love it. Is there too many rocks? Maybe there's too many rocks. And here we go. So now I've changed the residential type to home for rent lane, and then I'm going to go in and adjust. So the first rental is a bedroom and a bath, the second a bedroom, the third a bedroom, and voila, this is the build. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments. Bye bye.